Dear students, in this video we are going to study about combinations of registers. If you study different types of networks or circuits, you will find that registers are used in combinations. There is not a single register in a circuit. So they basically formulate two types of connections, a series connection and parallel connections. So we can solve these connection for the simplification of the networks. Means we can simplify the series connection and we can simplify the parallel connection so that we can get our desired value, so that we can find our desired values. So let us first study about series connection. So this figure shows the series connection of the registers. So in the series connection, registers are connected in such a way that end of the one register is connected to the starting of the another register. End of the second register is connected to the start of the third register, and same way. So this type of cascaded connection or end-to-end connection is called series connection of the registers. In this diagram you can see that three registers R1, R2 and R3 connected in series. Now what we are going to do is we will try to find the equivalent value for the series connected registers. Equivalent value means if we replace this series combination of the register with the single register, and at that time the remaining values of the network or circuit should remain the same. For example, in this case the current flowing in this circuit should not change. The value of I in this circuit and value of I in this circuit should be same. So to find that value, we will apply Kirchhoff's voltage law in this combination of the circuit. So here you can see that we are supplied with voltage V, and because of that the current I is flowing in this combination. So current I is flowing in resistor R1, R2 and R3. If we say current I1, I2 and I3 are the current in the resistors, the same current, that is current I, is flowing in each resistor. That's why the value of I1, I2 and I3 would be the same as I. We can write that I is equal to I1, I2 and I3. The value of the current in all the resistors is same. If you see the voltage across the resistor or potential difference across the resistor, the voltage across resistor R1 is written as V1, resistor R2 is having voltage drop V2 and resistor R3 is having voltage drop V3. So in case of series combination of the resistors, each resistor is having different value of the voltage across it based on the value of the resistance. So when we apply KVL to this circuit diagram, we get the equation like this: V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. So according to Ohm's law, we have the value of V1, that is current flowing through resistor R1, and value of the resistance for the resistor R1, so that is IR1. Value of V2 would be IR2 and value of V3 would be IR3. As the current I is common in all the resistors, we are writing I instead of I1, I2 and I3. So we can take I as a common value and we will put R1 plus R2 plus R3 in bracket. So this would be our equation number 1. Now we want the equivalent value of the resistor. The single resistor connected between A and D should be having the same value, equivalent value, as the combination of resistors connected between A and D in this circuit. So we will write the equation for this circuit applying KVL. We get V is equal to R equivalent multiplied by I. This is our equation number 2. As the value of V is common in both the circuit diagrams, we will equate the right side part of equation number 1 and equation number 2. So we get R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. This is equation number 3. So if we are having n number of resistors connected in series, we will get the equivalent value of the resistors. R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3 up to Rn. We can write sigma n is equal to 1 to n Rn. So if the total current flowing in the circuit is I, we can get the value of the total current. For this circuit diagram, it would be V divided by total resistors. That's why V divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3, and for this circuit diagram we have V divided by R equivalent. This is our equation number 4. Now from Ohm's law we can write V1 is equal to IR1. We have the value of I, that is V divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3. We will put the value of I in this equation, so we get R1 divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3 multiplied by V. We can write this equation utilizing the value R equivalent, because R1 plus R2 plus R3 is equal to R equivalent. That's why this equation will become R1 divided by R equivalent multiplied by V. This is our equation number 5. Same way, if we write the value of V2 is equal to R2 into I, we substitute the value of I in this equation, so that we get equation like this: R2 divided by R1 plus R2 plus R3 multiplied by V. If we put R equivalent is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3, we get the equation R2 divided by R equivalent multiplied by V. And same way for V3, we get R3 divided by R equivalent multiplied by V. So we can write this voltage across resistance. For any resistance, the voltage would be that resistance divided by total resistance multiplied by applied voltage. If the voltage across R2 we want to find, then that resistor divided by total resistor multiplied by applied voltage. This equation is for the series connection. If the resistors are connected this way, means left end of all the resistor is connected to one junction and right end of all the resistors is connected to another junction. This kind of combination is called parallel connection of the resistors. So in this case, we have R1 and R2 connected in parallel, and we are providing supply voltage V to this combination. So because of this supply voltage, current I is flowing in the circuit. Now in this type of connection, the current is divided in two parts. For this circuit diagram, we have this current divided in two parts. If resistors are N, then the current is divided in N part. So the current flowing in each resistor would be different. Here the current flowing in each resistor is same. Here the current flowing in each resistor would be different based on the value of this resistance. Now if you see the voltage across the resistors, we have supply voltage V, voltage across R2 is V2, and voltage across R1 is V1. Now if you see that all the resistors and supply voltage are at same potential, meaning they are connected between these two terminals. So the value of the voltage across each resistor would be same in case of parallel connection. In this case, we can see that V1 is equal to V2 is equal to V. The value of the voltage would be same as supply voltage. Now we want to find the value of equivalent resistor for the parallel combination. So the equivalent circuit would become like this. The value of the resistors between A and B in this circuit diagram and the value of single resistor between terminal A and B in this diagram should be same, so that the value of current in the circuit will remain same. I and this I the value of both is same. So to get that value, we will apply KCL at node A of this circuit diagram. So according to KCL, we will get equation I is equal to I1 plus I2. Now the value of I1 is dependent upon the value of R1 and V1. So the value of I1 is equal to V divided by R1 because the value of V1 is V. Same way value of I2 is V divided by R2 because the value of V2 is same as V. So substituting the value of I1 and I2, we get the equation like this. I is equal to V divided by R1 plus V divided by R2. We take V as a common, 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 multiplied by V. This is our equation number 1. Same way we will try to find this similar equation of current in terms of resistor and voltage. So here in this case the value of current would be voltage divided by resistance. So V divided by R equivalent. This is our equation number 2. If both the circuits are equivalent, then we can equate the equation number 1 and this 2, 1 and 2. So we get the equation number 3 like this. Here we have 1 by R equivalent multiplied by V. Here we have 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 multiplied by V. So these two should be common. So we can write 1 by R equivalent is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. This is our equation number 3. We have two resistors connected in parallel combination. If we are having n number of resistors connected in parallel, we get the equivalent value of the resistor like this. 1 by R equivalent is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 up to plus 1 by Rn. We can write like this is equal to sigma n is equal to 1 to n 1 by Rn. Now if the current flowing through resistor R1 is given like this, I1 is equal to the current in the R1 is I1 is equal to V by R1. Now we will substitute the value of V is equal to R equivalent multiplied by I in this equation. So R equivalent multiplied by I divided by R1. Now the value of R equivalent is, here we have the value of R equivalent, it is R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2 multiplied by I divided by R1. So we have substituted value of R equivalent in this equation and is equal to R2 divided by R1 plus R2 multiplied by I. This is the value of I1 for this circuit. Here you can see that we can write this combination like this, R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So this value we have substituted here. Similarly for the current I2, we can write voltage across R2 V divided by resistance R2 V by R2. If you substitute the value of V from this equation, V is equal to I into R equivalent divided by R2. Now we have value of R equivalent R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. We substituted that value here, multiply by I divided by R2. So we get R1 divided by R1 plus R2 into I. So this shows that if we want to find the current from R1, then we will put equation like this. If we want to find current in R1, the equation would be like R2 divided by summation of both R1 plus R2 multiplied by the current, that is divided in two parts, that is main current. So if we want to find current in R1, the equation would be R2 divided by summation of 2 multiplication of total current. If we want to find current in R2, that is I2, the equation would be like this. The value of resistance in opposite branch, that is R1 divided by summation of the two resistors R1 plus R2 multiplied by total current. This is called current division rule. So if you want to find the current in this branch, the equation would be opposite resistance divided by total resistance. If you want to find current in this branch, the equation would be opposite resistance divided by total resistance in the multiplication with current I. So we can write like this: current through the resistor is equal to resistance of the opposite resistor divided by sum of resistance of two resistors multiplied by total current. The total current that is divided into two parts. So this equation is called current division rule.